Hey guys! Welcome to another episode of Tribe Talk Tuesday!
Today's topic, we're going to talk about one specific dream that we've each had that was very, very, I guess,
memorable.
vivid and memorable.
Yeah.
And just about what we think dreams are in general.
Yeah,
So just keep listening.
grab that popcorn, hold that steering wheel tight.
In for a story.
Yeah, it's time for story time.
And don't go to sleep. Alright, y'all. We talking about
Dream.
insert music. So yeah, today's topic is really interesting. We're gonna be talking about dreams, and it's just perfect because Angie is currently wearing a
Nightmare on Elm Street.
it says
And never go to sleep.
sleep. Oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, get your crucifix. 7, 8, never stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. Sorry.
Well,
I love Freddy Krueger.
Well, you know who's been sleeping with Freddy.
Whatever.
Oh god. Anyway, so yeah. Actually, before we get into our own individual dreams, have you guys actually dream about Freddy?
Nah, Freddy's my homeboy.
Freddy's your homeboy?
No.
I was always like scared of Freddy. No, actually no. I'm a big fan of Freddy, but I'm also like scared of Freddy because he's just freaking scary. Like, you wanna see? We were having a discussion before. Like, have we ever dreamed like Freddy in like our dreams? And I feel like I've had, but it was like such a intense dream that like I try to like erase it from my mind. So I know I had, but I can't remember it.
No, I've never had a dream with Freddy Krueger.
I have, and I felt his knife hands.
Oh my god!
Did he scratch you? Did you
He
wake up with
did.
scratches on your face or on your arms or on your legs?
No, I didn't, but I
Oh.
did feel pain. Like
That
when
would
he
have been
scratched
cool.
me.
Wow.
But I do like feel. I
Kinda.
feel things when I dream.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
It's like when you fall in a dream, you feel it.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit.
So I did he cut my arm, and I actually felt it. I mean, I woke up and there was nothing there,
Now.
but I did feel obviously I don't know what real knife pain feels like,
Yeah.
but it did hurt.
Wasn't pleasant.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, we're gonna be talking about dreams today, guys.
Well, you guys know where this is going, so yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of just. It was always been a topic that we would always talk about because we tend to have.
A lot of vivid dreams.
Yeah, very
and
vivid
interesting.
dreams.
We could go for hours. Talking
Yeah,
about
we
dreams.
would sit down and just talk about our dreams.
And
So
dissect all of those dreams and the
what does it
meanings of it.
mean? Yeah. But yeah, so we thought, why not make it a topic
Yeah.
for a
Very
podcast?
interesting. So today's podcast is a storytelling.
Story time.
So who wants to start telling their dream?
Let's go with you, Bolt.
Oh, me first? Okay, mine's gonna be really intense.
Let's go. Go for it.
So one of my very intense dream that I can never forget the details of it is so my brother actually before suffers from very intense dream, and so one night we decided to sleep in his room and stuff, and I already knew I felt very uncomfortable sleeping in his room, and for some reason I knew I was gonna get into this freaking extreme dream, and so yeah, I fell asleep and I was in a I think is it Apocalypto, the movie?
Which one?
The one with the Indians and then
Yeah, Apocalypse.
yeah, so I was in the Apocalypto setting, and it was, if you guys haven't seen it, or if you guys have seen it, if you guys remember that scene where they let all the Indians?
No, Mayans.
Mayans, when they let them out and then they were shooting them with bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I was in that fucking scene. it was me and my family and like friends and relatives, and all I can remember is like we were running for our lives, and I could see like in the side of my eye and like in front of me, like my friends are being shot by arrows and like getting killed and stuff, and it was just so freaking intense. And all I can remember is just like run until like you can hide into the trees and like hopefully help some of these people. But it was just like it was very extreme. I see people like getting hit with the arrow in their head. It's very vivid, and I remember just like waking up and it was like super hot. I was like trying to breathe for air. I was sweating. It was very intense. I think like that's one of, if anything, one of my very intense and vivid dreams. And I've never actually like slept in my brother's room ever again.
Like nope,
Because it was just
not
it
happening.
was yeah, it was just too much. Too much of a dream.
That's very, very vivid. How about you, Bern?
Oh,
I feel like Bern has the most
Yeah.
vivid dreams compared to
Well,
Bolton.
yeah,
and
'cause
myself.
I feel like Bern's dream is more vivid in like story wise. My dream always consists of like surviving. I feel like I'm always in like a surviving setting. Like I have to do something or else I will die at the end of this dream.
Right.
It's always like that kind of theme for me when it comes to dreams.
Yeah.
right. My dreams are very imaginative.
Yeah.
I guess. So I do remember a lot of my dreams. As I said in the previous podcast this year, I'm starting to write them down because as much as I remember a dream or two dreams or whatever dreams, like each night after a few days, if I don't like constantly think about it, I do tend to forget it. I had a dream where, so in my dreams, I do revisit places that I've had in previous dreams. So this particular place, I had dreamed in another dream, and it was in America, but the like layout was very old style European,
Like
and
Victorian.
Yeah, I can almost.
yeah, kind of Victorian, and it had like it was like there was like a square with like the like squares like with the shops and stuff,
Mhm.
but it was very like European style. And I was there in a previous dream, but this time there was they were having like a flea market type of style. So you could buy things and you can visit all these stores and stuff. So I went into one store where in the back it turned into a house, like a mansion house, and they sold like clothes, like little kid clothes. But then in one of the rooms like went out into the square. Angie knows what I'm talking about because you've seen that. Like when you go to like another country, sometimes they have like those flea markets where it's like one store next to
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that style, and they were selling like other things. I forget what it was. But apparently I wasn't supposed to be in that house, and the lady that owned the house got mad at me, and she was like running around trying to catch me. So I opened a door and went, and when I went into the door, I entered a different time.
Mhm.
So I entered like olden time, like Victorian era time, and she no longer was chasing me because I was in another dimension. Like not even a dimension, just another time leap, I guess. And so I what's distracting me? Okay, so yeah. But it was very circus style. And they were having, instead of the marketplace, it was set up a little bit differently. It was a little bit darker out. It was almost like, they were having like a circus in town. And one of the attractions was that they had a wolf that was going to eat people. So I
got real dark real quick.
Yeah, so I got caught by the woman that runs the wolf attraction.
Mm-hmm.
She caught like a bunch of us, and I was with like other people that were my friends. Apparently they were my friends. I've never met them like in person before. These were like I guess my mind just came up with new friends. I don't like you guys.
Wow, we know the truth.
Yeah.
The truth comes out in her dreams.
So she caught us, and we were taken to her attraction. And so we saw what was happening, which was this wolf, this like werewolf, which I knew used to be a person.
Mhm.
For some reason, I knew it was a person that turned into a werewolf. That he was like in one of those old style witch things, like where they put your it has the hands and like the hole for your neck. But he can like move like more than you could if you were actually in one of those things. And he was pretty big. He had pants on, whatever. And it was a contraption where on the other side they had two rows of 4, and they would sit people there. And it was almost like the Frogger ride where it goes up, down, down, and then finally you get to the top and go all the way down. So it was kind of like that, except like horizontal, and it would get close to the wolf, and he would try and like bite one of them, but then it would like go back, almost like the Sick game, where until finally it got close enough to the wolf, and like he would eat the people on the ride. So like I saw him eat some people on the ride, and then after he was done eating like the 8 people, they would put more people. So we were next, and I was sitting on the front row, but all the way to the left when I was facing the wolf. And when it was our turn to go, they were like strapping us in, but the seatbelts weren't working.
So people were still going on this ride knowing that the wolf was eating them?
No, like the people that were getting eaten by the wolf were like captives.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I was like a captive, and then they would strap you
so they would
into
like force you to go.
Yeah, so they would they would strap you in, but when they were trying to strap us in, the seatbelt broke, but they didn't realize that the seatbelt broke. So I was telling my friends like, okay, the seatbelt broke. We're gonna act like everything's fine, but as soon as the ride kind of starts, we're just gonna like run away. And he saw that, like, the wolf saw that I knew something was, like I knew the seatbelt was, like, broken. And he got mad at me. So they started the ride, and we got closer to the wolf. And he was so angry, and he, like, was, like, fighting and, like, kind of breaking his shackles to try and get at me because he was angry that I was about to run away. And so I felt him bite me. So, like, it was another dream where, like, I felt pain. So I felt him bite my arm. And then the ride went back again. And I was like, all right, let's go, let's run. So, like, I ran. And he kind of, like, was breaking his shackles. So then everyone's paying attention to him to try and, like, hold him down. So luckily, like, we all ran away and it was fine. And as I was running away, I opened another door, which led me into another time hop, where I was kind of in modern world, but I was in this room where there was a pool. And apparently we were like, I was my younger self, and we were all like foster kids.
This is all one dream, by the way.
Yeah. and I jumped. And, like, we were just, like, jumping into the pool. Like, the pool had a diving board, and we were jumping. But for some reason, I felt, like, trapped. But then I woke up because Bolt gave me a call.
Are you going to the gym?
So, yeah, that was my dream. I went through some interesting time hops.
For real.
And it's, like, super detailed and very, like, vivid.
Yeah, I feel like I don't remember my dreams that vividly.
Yeah. And it's, like, crazy, too, because, like, you mentioned that, like, you got hurt in your, like, during your dreams. And I feel like in my dream, it's just the opposite. I don't want to get hurt. I feel like
I don't want to get hurt.
Right.
Like, she didn't say I want the werewolf to bite me.
Right, no, but the fact that, like, you actually, like, you got bitten and you felt the pain, I felt like in my dreams, if I am to get hurt, like, that was already, like, a sign that, like, I'm dead.
Do you think that kind of, in a way, describes you as a person of what you are.
Maybe.
Because you said you felt pain, and you've always described yourself as an empath, where you feel what other people are feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always kind of trying to protect yourself to kind of from like feeling certain things. So you ever think it's like it's just kind of you dreaming of how you see yourself?
I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe in a sense, if you want to look at it that way, where like my dreams are always about surviving and trying not to die, and there's always people involved that I have to get ahead of them. Not necessarily like I don't care for them, but like I have to run for myself to survive and not get hit by an arrow. And I feel like if I get hit by an arrow, it's not like I'm imagining I'm gonna get hit in my arm, I'm gonna get hit in my foot. I'm literally I'm like in my head, if I get hit with that just one arrow, I'm dead.
Right. I just feel like there's always like an underlining meaning when it comes to dreams, which I always find to be like super interesting when you really think about it.
I don't know. I mean, it was that dream, but then I've had dreams that were like, I mean, again, yes, all my dreams are very vivid, but for the most part, they're all very happy. It's just sometimes I have dreams that are like super intense, where it's like not happy, I guess. But I don't know. I wouldn't say the pain thing has to do with being an empath. It's just, I don't know. I guess I just feel pain, and I mean, because it's not even just pain. Like I feel other things in my dream as well.
Right.
Like I felt, I don't know, like a tickling, or like normal life. Like when you feel things. It's just, yeah. I mean, pain happens to be one of them as well.
I've had vivid dreams. It's just I've never had dreams like very detailed, or where like I'll remember my dreams. A lot of times, like I'll have very vivid dreams, and then I wake up and I just don't remember what I was dreaming. But the ones that I have remembered, I feel like with me, when I get dreams I do remember, I always feel like there's some sort of message, and it like kind of relates, or like someone's like speaking to me or something. Like for example, like the most recent dream I had was I had like a family friend pass away, and I kept feeling like, okay, I need to go and visit her at the cemetery and bring her flowers because I haven't gone. So I had a dream, and in my dream I saw myself going to the cemetery. I brought flowers, and when I got there, I couldn't find her. And then I found out like she didn't have a headstone, and I was trying to figure out why and what was going on. And then that I pretty much like woke up from that dream after that. Yeah. And so like with that, I felt like it was kind of like a sign as to why I should actually go, because that same day I went to the cemetery, and I went with Bolt and Burn, and we get there and I couldn't find her. So it was just like exactly like my dream. And I feel like a lot of my dreams are like that, where it's kind of like, I guess you'd say like a premonition. I don't know if like that's a thing, but it kind of felt that way.
Like a dream with a message.
Yeah, like, and I feel like I always get like if I have like a dream and I do remember that dream, I always feel like it's a dream with a message. So that's why I always feel like when people dream things, like I kind of like analyze it, because I always feel like maybe there's like something more to it, just because when I dream, there's always something to it. Not to say that everyone's dream, there is.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there are dreams with messages.
Yeah.
I just think, and I'm just speaking personally, I think because I remember basically like almost every night my dream, I don't think each of them really has a message. I think something's just like, it's just like happening.
Right.
Because, sorry. Most of my dreams are like stories almost, not so much like yours is surviving or yours is like a message. So, yeah.
Right. That's why I was like for me, like when I dream, because I don't dream that often. So when I do dream, it's always something like that, where I feel like it's telling me something or giving me a sign about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually dreamed a story, kind of like
Yeah.
how Bern always dreams about it. They're more like a story. There's like so much details. You see like the details of the wall. You see the details of the surroundings. I don't know if I've had. I don't actually think I've had that kind of dream where like I'm just there. I'm living it. I am, in a sense, next time you're gonna be like with the flow. I feel like you're in the flow of your story. I am not in the flow of my story. I'm always boom, boom, boom. I have to get the fuck out of this story or else I'm gonna die.
Right. And I feel like with Bern, she has like such a big imagination and she has like this whole world in her head. And like how she's saying in the previous passage, she wanted to start drawing out certain things and she had so much stuff like she could imagine in her mind. So it just kind of feels like it all comes out when she's dreaming.
I want my dreams to get into short stories.
Yeah, because that's pretty much what they are, which is, it's just really interesting, and that's why I'm saying, like, it's just really interesting how, like, our own individual dreams relate to who we are as a person.
Sense,
Yeah, so let us know if you want to hear more of our dreams. We can definitely do, like, a part 2 where maybe Bern can bring her book of dreams and talk about it. Have like a story time by Bernadette.
And she's writing her dreams, you guys. Next thing you know, in the future, she might release a book.
Right.
I mean, right now my dreams are like taking up. Each dream is like 3 pages.
Right? Like, the Book of Dream by Bernadette Lago.
You've heard it here first. You guys get the sneak peek. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this week's podcast. It's more just a storytelling, which is great. We love doing these kind of like storytelling because it's just so interesting.
It's just very chill. We're just hanging out and just talking about our dreams.
If you guys have your own interesting dreams and vivid dreams, comment down below. We want to know about those dreams.
Yeah, and do you also feel like these dreams have like signs or to describe you as a person? Have you noticed that? Or are they just dreams?
Yeah. Do you get dreams more of like Angie's dreams were more purposely dreamed with a message? Yeah. Do you get dreams like Bern's, like more of a story kind of dreams, or do you have like dreams like mine, who's like more fucking like surviving and not dying? So yeah, let us know, you guys. Make sure you also hit that like button and subscribe to our channel.
Yes,
we're uploading Trap Talk Tuesday every Tuesday. New content, new topic. Keep the conversation interesting. We also upload videos that are a little bit more fun. Our trips and kind of vlog setting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, y'all. And
bye.
See you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.